Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. So in today's video, I do want to speak about the match between Barcelona and Young Boys where they did win 5-0, and I want to go into greater detail on how Barcelona were able to defeat Young Boys 5-0. And the main reason why Barcelona played so well against Young Boys is because of Pedri. So we are going to be very specific on Pedri's performance, also with Raphinha, and speak about Barcelona's main pressing system, which allowed for Barcelona to get through Young Boys 5-0. This is going to be a very interesting one. I hope you guys do enjoy it, and so let's get straight into it. So this was a game that we all needed. We saw the return of Frenkie de Jong, and of course we saw Pedri display one of his best performances. I believe that when you look at all of the players within this squad, the one player that has the best passing qualities, it is Pedri, and by a huge margin. Keep in mind that this is a squad that contains Frenkie de Jong, Lamine Yamal, Dani Olmo, with great passing qualities, but Pedri has to be on top of this list. His movement and his passing quality really did stand out in this match against Young Boys, and Hansi Flick wants to put Pedri in the best position to succeed. So in this game, we did not necessarily see him in deep areas, because in the past 45 matches, we have seen Pedri get paired with Casado within the double pivot position, or sometimes Eric Garcia when Casado was not available. But in this match, Hansi Flick decided to use Pedri in a higher position, which gave him full confidence. And in the end, he had a 92% pass accurate rate, which showcases his vision and his playmaking skills. And his ability to always find spaces, deliver precise passing, you just cannot get that from any other player, or at the very least at his level. So in this game, he played 64 minutes. He had 1 assist, 92% of his passes were accurate, 1 key pass, 6 out of 7 long balls, 2 out of 3 dribbles completed, and 6 out of 7 ground duels won. I believe that with this new position, him acting like a number 10, it is a role that does greatly suit him. Also keep in mind, the fact that we saw him get taken out yet again on the 64th to 65th minute, I believe that this is going to be one of his new roles, right? Because I don't see Pedri ever completing a game ever for the rest of this season. I believe that Hansi Flick wants to protect Pedri, which is why we consistently see Pedri get taken off before the 65th minute and to be replaced by either Casado or maybe Ansu Fati, like what happened against the Young Boys. Pedri will not complete a 90-minute match as long as Hansi Flick is giving orders. I believe that what we saw in the past 2 to 3 years with Pedri's fitness did in some capacity traumatize Hansi Flick, and he's saying, okay, look, I have seen what happened with Pedri. Pedri is too important, he is too good, but we saw him get injured multiple times since 2021. I am not going to allow such thing to happen under my rules. And so the new approach moving forward is to have Pedri get taken off after 64 to 65 minutes, no matter what. Even if we're losing, even if we're winning, he must be taken off, because the last thing that we all want is to see Pedri get another injury and be out for about 2 to 3 months. That would be horrendous, because when you look at his effectiveness and his impact on the field, we cannot lose out on Pedri. Pedri is very, very important. Also, this is going to be the heat map that does showcase where Pedri was positioned. On the left, you can see that Pedri, when he was a left central midfielder and paired alongside Casado or Eric Garcia, he saw much deeper positions. But on the right side, where he played higher, you can see that he rarely did see his own half of the field and played much more in the final third. And once again, if you look at the minutes played, Pedri was taken off either on the 59th minute or on the 64th minute, never ever completing a game. So I believe that with Frenkie de Jong now returning and Gavi returning very soon, it is going to push Pedri's position much more forward. Like, yes, we are going to see Pedri sometimes take on the double pivot position, but I believe that his consistency as a number 10 is going to be much more seen, because Gavi is going to want to play in the double pivot position. Frenkie de Jong can also play as a lone pivot, and Pedri is going to be rotated with Dani Olmo in the future, which is going to be great to see. The healthy challenges is what we do want. Also keep in mind that Pedri is also very involved in the defense. There was a risky pass like what Barca did make. It led towards a turnover. Young Boys had the possession of the ball. Barcelona had to track back, and the one player that was there to recover the ball quickly was Pedri. So it was a fascinating performance. So now let's talk about the tactical insights and strategies that were employed by Hansi Flick. So Hansi Flick anticipated for Young Boys to defend very deep, which meant that Barcelona were required to bring in more aggressiveness and to exploit gaps. And the 1-0 did showcase what Hansi Flick was trying to do with Barcelona on this night. You can see Barcelona connecting in the midfield. Young Boys are very compact, trying to suffocate FC Barcelona, but Barcelona passed quickly and reacted quickly. You can see Raphinha making a run, basically distracting Young Boys, with Lamine Yamal on the far right being alone, which was one of the biggest mistakes that Young Boys did. And once Lamine Yamal was about to receive the ball, you can see multiple players running into the box. He eventually does pass it towards Raphinha, who was making that run through the middle, very aggressive, exploiting spaces. Raphinha receives the ball, he tries to shoot, but makes a pass to Lewandowski. Lewandowski scores the first goal. So besides the aggressive runs up top, Barcelona also pressured very well. Their success rate on winning the pressures was 79%. 99%, and it was applied during the whole match. Barcelona never stopped, and it minimized Young Boys to only 0.6 within the expected goal rate and only 5 shots within a span of 90 minutes. Barcelona defensively were very committed and always left the opposing line of Young Boys offside. So speaking about the press and counter-pressing, I also want to speak about the team dynamics and the coaching effectiveness that Hansi Flick has brought to this team, because Barcelona's defensive coordination, it is a testament of what they have been doing during the training sessions. Barcelona's defense applied high pressure over 66 meters from their goal, which was a record that was made in this match. Barcelona's ability to apply intense counter-pressing limited Young Boys on any offensive opportunities. Hansi Flick also praised his players after the game, and this is what he stated: "High pressure is the most decisive part of our style of play. We are the team that has caught the opponents offside the most times this season. We are working well to press high, be aggressive, compact, and exploit spaces. When we master that, it will become easier. It's just a matter of adjustment. We have a lot of footballers who are ready to apply pressure for the opponents time and time again. Our job is to help them find the spaces and tell them to control the rhythm of the game. Look at the way Raphinha and Lewandowski press up front. Lewandowski presses the first defender and Raphinha exploits the space with his speed. When they press like that, they motivate the rest of the team to apply the same pressure and work together. It's important for the whole team to apply pressure, for all of them to be very committed." And so notice how he did speak about Raphinha over and over again. It is because Raphinha is the main guy to either exploit the space or be the first line of pressure. This is where we are going to get very Raphinha focused, because I believe that one of the main reasons why Barcelona have been so good, one of the factors is because of Raphinha. To me, in my opinion, Raphinha has been a completely different footballer. We have seen so many versions of him at Leeds in the beginning 2 years of Barcelona under Xavi Hernandez, but this Raphinha that we are seeing today, he is much more dynamic, more lethal in any given situation, because the fact that he has 6 goals and 4 assists within a span of 10 matches, he's currently on track to beating his all-time best season. And let me tell you, you don't get 6 goals and 4 assists in your first 10 matches being one-dimensional. You get 6 goals and 4 assists by being dynamic and to contribute at all levels and within different forms. Raphinha is able to do that. He has really upped his game, and I believe that with him wearing the captain armband, it does give him some sense of pride and responsibility, which is why he is always able to give out something in every game. He also created the most chances against Young Boys with a total of 6. And let me tell you, one of the main reasons why a player is able to create the most chances is because you take the ball away from the opposition immediately by counter-pressing. For example, here's going to be a couple of frames. You can see Ferran Torres with the ball. He accidentally gives it to one of the defenders of Young Boys. They try to move forward, but Raphinha quickly counter-presses that movement and gets the ball back within a span of 1 second. He has the ball and passes it towards Lewandowski, which created a goal-scoring chance, and Ferran Torres almost made it 4-0 before the 45th minute. And so now I don't want to speak about Ansu Fati very quickly, because many have been asking, "Hey Kevin, what do you think about Ansu Fati?" I know that he only did play about 10 to 15 minutes, but what can you make up from this little sample here? And in my opinion, it's going to be very similar to like what I said in my previous video. Ansu Fati is gradually regaining his form, but he still lacks a lot of rhythm and confidence. I have opted for Ansu Fati to play much earlier because he has been available for the past 4 to 5 matches, but has rarely been used. I believe that if Ansu Fati saw at least 5 to 8 minutes per game since he was available, he would have been in a much different position right now. But because he has yet to play a lot, of course, we were going to see him against Young Boys with a lack of rhythm. I still believe that he has the potential roles to be playing as a striker and also as a second striker, maybe play as a left winger, and to be paired up with Lewandowski. But in the end, he misses a lot of fluidity, which is very important under this team of Hansi Flick. And as of now, I would just say that Ferran Torres has more rhythm than him, as expected, because he has played more. And this could be the reason why Ferran Torres has been chosen over Ansu Fati in the past 4 games, is because Ferran Torres simply just moves much faster and Ansu Fati just needs more time. So this is going to be the recap. Barcelona are clearly resilient. Even though there are injuries that are harming this team, Barcelona continue to grow, which does display their confidence and their adaptability under the guidance of Hansi Flick. This win against Young Boys is a huge positive. I know that Young Boys is not one of the best teams in the world, but still beating any team 5-0, it will give you confidence in the end. As a matter of fact, this could have resulted 7-0 or 8-0. Barcelona toned it down in the last 10 to 15 minutes because Hansi Flick told the players to just calm down and let's not waste any energy because we still have another match to play in about 4 to 5 days. He believed that the 5-0 was enough. The players at one point wanted the 6-0 and the 7-0, but the players did lower their level out of respect for Young Boys, of course. And so that is it, right? Pedri's positioning, and as the third central defender, which was the number 10 position, he is one of the best. Raphinha's versatility and ability to switch in any position while also maintaining the exact same level is huge huge news. He always does help his teammates by opening spaces through his runs, and Barcelona overall is still very much a vertical team that's well-rounded in the attack and also in the defense. It's a team that does excite me a lot, and I believe it's a team that's very scary and will make a huge statement in La Liga and also in the Champions League. So that is it. That is going to be wrapping up today's video. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys in the next one.